started. Okay, we'll see if the dogs start attacking. Hopefully they won't. Now this is challenging. Sitting in a cross-legged position on a slope. So find a comfortable seat. And I might do this the other direction. We'll see. So if you can't sit cross-legged, you can always just stretch your legs out in front of you like this. And sitting up nice and tall, just breathing. You can start with a short meditation. This is actually a little more comfortable. I'm going to go this way. And so you can see, want your back straight as possible. Now I'm very tight in my hips, so you can always put a towel or a cushion or a rolled up mat underneath your seat to lift your hips a little higher, and that gets your spine a little straighter. So finding your seat, just noticing your breath. You can close your eyes. Just feel the inhalations and exhalations, focusing the mind. So yoga is a movement practice. It's a moving meditation. So with meditation, we don't always stay still. But sitting meditation is probably my favorite because that is the easiest way to observe the thinking mind and become more conscious of your thoughts. But yoga is a wonderful practice for bringing the mind, body, and spirit together. And that is the practice of yoga. So we use our breath to synchronize with each movement. So on the inhalations, we expand, and on the exhalations, we contract. So now that you are centered, and it's okay. It's okay. So I want you to come to all fours and just plant your palms. So you want your palms flat and fingers spread wide. Right now, you want your spine as straight as possible. You can look down at your mat. And on the inhalations, we drop into cow pose. So looking up, lifting the hips, allowing the belly to sink. And on the exhalations, we contract into cat pose. So you can look toward the belly, toward the navel. Dog here. And on the inhalation, back to back to, what did I say? Cow pose. And exhale into cat pose. Stretching the spine, lifting the spine high. And then as you inhale, coming back to cow. Just a few rounds, just to loosen up the spine. Good job. Okay, back to center. Breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. Now you can take your left arm out in front and your right leg behind. So stretching your right arm out in front, left behind. Lifting your arm, lifting your leg. The foot is flexed. And then you can bring them both back down. Breathing here. Couple breaths. And then switch to the other side. Taking your right arm out in front, left leg behind, foot is flexed. Lifting your arm, lifting your leg, keeping the body straight as possible. Inhaling and exhaling. Going back to center, palms down. Breathing here. Now, you want to do a gentle down dog, so don't overdo it. Just curl your toes under and then slowly lift your hips up if you can. Coming into down dog. So pressing the palms down, fingers spread wide, heels are moving toward the ground. And if you like, you can bend the knees, get a further stretch in your spine. You can straighten your legs then, and you can pedal your legs. So each ankle is loosening here, pressing your heel toward the ground. Just gently stretching the calves. Tend to get tight in the calf area. So this is very good for loosening up those muscles so we don't have any injury. Achilles injuries are very, very painful. So we are allowing some stretching here to avoid any any injury. And now you can step forward on your mat. And you can just lean forward, allowing your body to relax. You can bend your knees and place your palms on the floor, or you can just hang. Grab your elbows. Again, we're loosening the spine, stretching the hamstrings. Move my towel further away. So hanging in that forward bend position. And then just gently rise with the back straight, flat, looking down toward the ground. Breathing here. And then relax again. Forward fold. You can again bend your knees if you like. Place your palms on the ground. And stretch here. Not too much of a stretch. You want to be gentle with the hamstrings. Forward fold. Lifting halfway. Straightening the spine. Looking down at the ground. Hands on your shins. And forward fold. Now we'll lift all the way up. Gently, slowly curling the body up, lifting the arms overhead. Again, you can't see that. Sorry. Move this a little bit. Let's look. Lifting your arms nice and high. This way. Now, bringing the arms down by your side. And standing in mountain pose with your palms face forward. Breathing here. Mountain pose. We want to spread our toes. Feet are flat on the ground. And think about all four corners of the feet touching the ground. So that's the ball of the foot, the right and left side, the heel of the foot, the right and left side. Those are the four corners. You want grounding into the earth. And again, you can imagine roots like a tree going all the way to the center of the earth. So standing in mountain pose is a powerful pose. You want to squeeze your thighs. So you're lifting your kneecaps. You squeeze your thighs in mountain pose. And then you want to strengthen the core. So pull your belly in and stand tall like a mountain, solid like a mountain. So you're lifting your kneecaps, using your quadriceps to pull the kneecaps up. You're strengthening your core by tightening the belly. And you're lifting yourself nice and tall, standing in mountain pose. Good job. All right, so we'll do a little brief sun salutation since it is sunrise here in Bali. I will face this way so you can see. So sucking in your belly, gently tugging at your kneecaps, lifting them just nice and solid in mountain. And now raising the arms above the head, look up and interlace the fingers, point the index fingers up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, allow the arms to fall to the side, forward fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, bringing the palms together. And exhale, arms to your side. So that's a simple sun salutation. That's the first one. You can continue doing those. So inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, feeling the stretch in the calves, forward fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, arms by your side. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping the back straight. And then allowing yourself to fold. Lift halfway, back straight, belly tucked. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, arms to your side. Take a deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling. And once again, inhale, arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, lifting the belly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhale, arms to your side. All right. Loosening up the body gently. Now we'll do more of a full sun salutation. So coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Palms to the ground. Bend your knees. Step back to plank position. If plank is too strenuous, you can always do knees to the ground. So whatever is comfortable for you, both are just fine. Staying in, if you're in plank, then you can lower to the ground, either using your knees, touching your chest, chin up, lifting up, and then exhale down, tucking your toes, lifting the body back to downward dog. Inhaling here for a few breaths, exhaling. Now you can step forward on your mat. As many steps as it takes to get to the top. Staying in that forward bend. Gently, slowly inhaling up, arms up and touching the palm. And exhale, arms to your side. All right, how you doing? That's more of a full sun salutation. Both are good. So let's try that again. So inhale up, arms up overhead, palms together. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, step back to either plank or knees down. And if you want to do chaturanga, if you're used to this practice, try chaturanga. So solid pose here, and then bend the elbows, chest down, and lifting up into upward dog. Knees are off the ground. And then downward dog. Touch the toes, push back into downward dog, heels toward the ground. And then take about 5 breaths here. That's a little more strenuous doing chaturanga, so take your time, breathe, enjoy the practice. And on your last exhalation, pressing back, inhale, step forward, lifting halfway, exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, and then exhale, arms to your side. All right, good job. Now, if you like to do, we'll see about balancing on a slope here on the beach. Not exactly flat, but let's try tree pose. So finding your balance on your left foot, lifting the right knee. So you can keep pointing your toe touching the ground. So this allows you to balance. So that's the beginning of tree pose, is toe on the ground, then turning your knee out. Hips are straight forward. Knee is going this way. And you can put your foot here, or if you're comfortable with tree pose and you've been practicing quite a while, you can pull your foot up to the thigh, pressing the heel, the right heel into the left leg, bringing your palms together into prayer pose, and finding a drishti, a focal point, something that's not moving in front of you, focusing your gaze, finding your balance, and adjusting as you need to. Woo! A little challenging when the sand is moving below your feet, so wherever you are, just reset. It's perfectly fine to fall, lose your balance. This is a balancing act. So bringing your foot up to this position, you can stay here, that's perfectly fine, palms together, or you can bring your foot higher, pressing your heel, maintaining balance, and you can bring your palms together. If you like, spread your branches of your tree and balance here. So focusing on something that's not moving, your drishti point, focal point. If you close your eyes, it becomes an internal focal point and a little more challenging to stay stable. And your left leg is making minor adjustments as you stand in tree pose. Good job. Bringing the palms back and letting go of that right leg, placing it back on the ground, feet together, spreading the toes nice and wide, finding all four corners of your feet touching the ground, hands in prayer pose. Getting ready for the opposite side. So taking your left foot, pointing your toes, touching the ground, finding balance on your right leg. So the right leg is straight. Now take your left leg out, keeping the toes touching the ground. Find that balance. That leg turned out. Hips are pointing straight forward. Bring your foot up to your calf or higher. Now, if you're all the way up, press your heel into your thigh to maintain that solidity, that balance. Stay focused, hands in prayer, or you can move out into a wide branch tree pose. You can also sway in the wind like a tree. So this is a good balancing act, and if you're been doing this quite a while, you can close your eyes and see about balance there with the internal focal point. But that takes quite a bit of practice, and often we'll lose our balance, so that's perfectly fine. So if you lose it, just come back to this position slowly, as we did at the beginning. So breathing here in tree pose. It's a very favorite pose of many yoga practices. It's very solid. You can also move with the wind, let your branches sway. Fun, fun, fun. Bring your palms together, center of your chest in prayer, and then release that leg, left leg. Finding balance again. So spreading your toes nice and wide, finding all four corners of your feet, balls of the feet, heels, right and left sides, grounding through the earth, allowing Mother Nature to support you, Mother Earth, Father Sky, the wind, the sea. It's all here to support us. You are loved. All right. So that is tree pose. We've done mountain pose, done tree pose, done sun salutation, done cat and cow. Now, if you like, you can try dancer. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this pose. Dancer. So finding your balance here, lifting your right leg, taking your right ankle into your right hand, and then placing your left arm out in front of you, palm to the side, and then as you lean forward, lift your right leg, and flex your foot, lifting that right leg, lean forward. Now push that foot. So you want to push the back foot out into dancer, which is possible, without straining. Just be gentle wherever you are. Start where you are. Leg, and then coming back to center. Lower that leg. Finding your four corners of your feet. Planting firmly on the ground. Take that left leg, left ankle into your, or you can grab the foot. So sometimes I just grab the top of the foot with my left hand here. So find your comfortable spot. Right arm straight out in front. Lifting that left leg as you lean forward into dancer. Finding your balance. Looking at your drishti, something on the ground in front of you that's not moving. Breathe through here. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding dancer pose. Okay, good job. Now bring your thigh back. Now let go of your foot. Back to center. Good job. Okay, so we have done several poses this morning at the beach here in Bali. Hope you've enjoyed this. And what I'd like to do now is have you sit down so that we can do some final poses here. Stretch your legs out in front, flexing your heels, pulling your toes toward your body, sitting up nice and tall. Now I'm very tight in my hip area, so I don't lean forward much because you want to keep your spine straight. So just lean a little bit, just micro lean forward, keeping your spine as straight as possible. If you have a strap, you can strap around your feet, gently tug just to loosen the hips, loosen the back, the lower back. So be gentle with yourself. Flexing the feet, leaning slightly forward, loosening up the hip area, and then come back. So now bend your knees, and we'll roll down to our back, palms down on the ground, and gently, slowly lift the hips, touching the heels with your fingertips, lifting the hips up as high as possible, holding here, breathing here. And if you want to take it a little further, you can clasp your hands, roll your shoulders under, stretching the arms, palms together, lifting the hips. And you can feel that stretch in the quadriceps, thighs. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling gently. Roll each vertebra down one by one, gentle with the spine, rolling down, tucking the hips slightly until you've come back to the ground with your spine, hips on the ground. Breathing here. Now you can take your knees into your palms. Just gently bring them toward the body. And if you like, you can lift your head, rolling up, forehead to the knees, stretching the spine, loosening the hips, and then bringing your feet back to the ground. Just brush the heels with the tips of your fingers, and then gently, slowly lift the hips into the air. Breathing here. And if you want to take it further, bring the palms together, roll the shoulders under, straighten your arms, palms together, interlacing the fingers, lifting the hips higher. Breathing, staying present with the body, with the mind, allowing the spirit to soar. Feels good. Release the fingers and hands and gently roll the spine back down to the ground, tucking the hips slightly. And back down. Good job. So bring the knees in, palms on the tops of your knees there, your shins. Gently raise the head if that's comfortable. Only do whatever is comfortable for your body. Gentle. You don't want to injure any part of your body, so be gentle. Bring the feet back to the ground. Breathing here. Arms out to the side, palms up. You can take your knees or slightly, lift your hips slightly and move them just a couple inches to the left. And then drop your knees toward the right and look toward your left hand. And look at your left hand. You can gently fold your knees to the right, allowing them to rest for a moment. If you like, you can put your right hand on your left thigh, just gently pressing down so there's a little bit more stretch in the spine, a little more twisting. Twisting the spine is very good for you if you go gently. Breathing here, enjoying the twist. And then right arm out to the side, legs back to center. Reorient your hips so your spine is straight. And now the other side, lift your hips just slightly, a couple inches. Place your hips over to the right. Allow your legs and knees to fall to the left. Gaze goes to the right. If you want more of a stretch, take your left hand to your top right thigh, gently pressing down, twisting further. Good job. Knees back to center, spine straight. Now stretch your legs out in front of you, slightly apart. You want your heels toward the edges of your mat. Your arms can go to the side, maybe 35-degree angle. And look up, close your eyes, and relax fully. This is our final pose, Shavasana, relaxation. So just allow your body to melt into the earth, into the ground, into the floor. Breathing here. If your shoulders need a little tucking, you can tuck them under and adjust the body as you need to. If there's any pain in the back, you can always put a bolster underneath your knees to lift your knees up. It takes the pressure off your back. So you find your comfortable Shavasana and enjoy the sounds around you. Breathing in and out. Allow the body to fully relax. Shavasana is the pose that takes all of your practice, allows the body to take it all in, the entire practice. Enjoy it. And when you're ready, you can roll to your right side, bending your knees, shifting your hips to the left, roll to the right, place your head on your arm, make a pillow. Gently roll up, coming back to your seated position, whatever you find comfortable. Hands to the heart. Turn this way. Or you can put your legs straight out in front of you. Palms to the center of the heart. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today in this practice. Beautiful yoga practice on the beach in Bali. And come up here. I have one final message for you. See if you can see it. There we go. I love you. Thanks for joining me. I will see you soon. Bye for now.